Assalamu alaikum. Let's begin with the name of Allah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. This is Muhammad Ahsan speaking through the platform of the most prestigious college of the town, the Scholar Science College, Wakand. Student, our today's lecture is basically on short stories. In your NBF book, there is chapter number 4, which is a short story, Butterflies, written by an American writer, Roger Dean Kisser. Before reading that short story, we will talk about what actually a short story is and what are its basic elements. Let's move on the definition of what actually a short story is. A short story is a brief fictional or a non-fictional narrative. Okay, this definition has certain parts, and I'll focus on each and every part separately. Number one, fictional and non-fictional narrative. That short story could be fictional as well, could be non-fictional as well. Fictional, which is purely based on the writer's or the narrator's or the author's imagination and his feelings, and the non-fictional, which is based on the factual events. Okay, like the particular short story in your course, chapter number 4, which we are going to read, is a non-fictional narrative. It's a non-fictional short story based on the factual events. Then the second part of this definition is that short story generally focuses on a single incident, character or theme. That obviously in a short story, the focus of the author or the writer or the narrator is on any one particular incident or any one particular or more than one character and the theme. These are some of the important things on which a short story actually is based on. Then a short story, as the name goes, it is shorter in length. The third important point is shorter in length than the rest of these genres of literature, which are mentioned like novella and the novel. Like some among you might have heard these genres of the literature like short story and the novella and the novel. A short story is a brief fictional or a non-fictional narrative which is generally shorter in length. Shorter in length means something which could be read in one sitting. As far as a novella is concerned, it is a genre of literature which is slightly more in length than a short story and lesser in length than a novel. As far as the word count is concerned, then generally it is said that a short story could be based upon a word limit which generally starts from 1,000 to around 7,000 words. A novella generally is its word count is around 7,000 to around 17,000 words, and a novel is around above 17,000 words. But again, it's not a hard and fast rule. Generally, a short story is shorter in length, something which could be read in one sitting. That's why most of the people generally these days, they love reading short story than a novel or a novella. And the last important point regarding short story is that it generally revolves around a central conflict. Not generally, like the most important aspect, the element of a short story is its conflict. When we talk about the basic elements of the short story, we will discuss in detail this point, the conflict. Okay, all short stories, they must have a basic conflict. Okay, now after this definition, there are some basic elements or ingredients on which generally a short story is based on. And whatever short story you might read or you have read in the past, you will read even in the future as well. In all short stories, we do have all these basic elements or ingredients. The first one is the settings. Settings means the where and the when. These two questions, where and the when. Like where is short story happening? It includes the physical location as well. Like as far as the short story of your course, chapter number 4 is concerned, its location is an orphanage. Okay, the writer, the narrator himself is an orphan and he's living in an orphanage, and the entire short story is happening, and all the incidents and the events are happening and taking place in the orphanage. And when includes time. The time means the present, past and the future, and the impact of all these two important things, the where and the when, the location and the time, the present, past and the future, on the characters. Okay, obviously all these things do have an impact on the characters and then overall incidents and the theme of the short story as well. Characters. The other important element of the short story is the character or the characters. Okay, obviously the characters could be persons as well, could be animals as well. If the characters are the persons, then these type of short stories do have a particular name, which is fables and parables. Fables are the short stories with animals or birds as characters, and the parables are the short stories with human beings as characters. In your school days, you definitely would have heard about the Aesop fables, very famous Aesop fables like the thirsty crow and the hare and the tortoise. In those short stories, the animals or the birds were characters. Okay, so whenever the characters are the human beings, those short stories are termed as parables, and whenever the characters are non-humans like the birds or the animals, these short stories are called as fables. Then obviously in the short stories we do have some important characters as well, like we have protagonists in the short stories, we have antagonists in the short stories, we have some dynamic characters, we have some static characters. Protagonists are the leading characters, we can call them as the leading characters, the main characters. The most common term in the short stories which is used for these protagonists are the heroes. You can call them as the heroes, the leading characters around whom generally the entire short story revolves. And then obviously wherever there are heroes, obviously they definitely there will be over there villains as well. So these villains or the negative characters are termed as antagonists. Okay, the short stories do have all the protagonist as well, the leading or the main characters as well, and the ones who are offering them the opposition or the contrast are the antagonist or the negative minded people. Then we have the dynamic characters and the static characters. Dynamic means the changing characters, the characters who ultimately keeps on changing throughout the course of the short story, either from the good to bad or either from bad to good. And then we have static characters, the characters who do not change throughout the short story, the characters who always remains the same. Then the another basic element or the most important element, we were talking about this element in the definition as well, that you can see over here the fourth point of the short story, definition of the short story. Short story revolves around a central conflict. So this is a basic element of a short story as well. A conflict is any dispute, literally what is meant by this word conflict, any dispute, any problem or any challenge. So every short story do have a conflict. Like without conflict we cannot expect any short story. Like without conflict there is no purpose of writing a short story as well. So a conflict is any dispute, any problem, any challenge, any difficulty which the main leading character, especially the protagonist or the positive minded people, they generally are facing in the short story. Conflict are of two types, the internal conflict versus the external conflict. Internal conflict means the example of the internal conflicts are like the leading character who is protagonist, he himself is having a conflict within himself, the conflict of the person or the man with himself. Like let's suppose a person is the leading character or the protagonist might be regretting on his past mistakes or the shortcomings, and he is unable to forgive himself, and obviously it has an impact over the course of the short story as well. So internal conflicts are the conflict of the leading character, the protagonist, with himself. The external conflicts could be the conflict of the man with the nature, the conflict of the man with the other people in the society, the conflict of the man with the society. The best examples of these type of conflicts, like if we talk about the conflict of the man with the nature, then most amongst you might have watched and might have seen the movie Titanic. In that movie the conflict was the conflict of the man with the nature. Okay, then another important element of the short story is plot. Again, plot, just like the conflict, is also a very basic ingredient or the element of the short story, and this plot can be best explained through this blob diagram, in which we have exposition, we have the rising action, we have the climax, and we have the falling action, and then we have the resolution. What actually plot is? Plot is the sequence of the events. Sequence of events. Like let me make you understand through this simple example what actually plots are. That if a short story, you have read the short story, and at the end of the short story, if all your questions are answered, each and everything is cleared, it means the short story was written with a particular structure, okay, a definite structure, and that's why you have understood each and everything, and those things were going with a proper sequence. Okay, this sequence generally is defined through this blob diagram, where we have first of all the exposition. We can call it, or we can say that plot has these 5 different important stages. The first one is the exposition, the stage where the settings and the characters are generally exposed and introduced to the audience, to the readers. Then comes the rising action, some of those incidents where the conflict has been introduced, and then the incidents or the events which are leading towards the climax, which is the point of the highest interest in the short story, followed by some of the falling actions, and then the last one, the resolution, where the main conflicts, rather all conflicts, they are resolved, and generally the short story comes and ends on a positive and a happy note. Then another important and the basic element of the short story are the themes. Obviously, all short stories are written with some particular themes. Themes are the central idea, the lesson, the insight, and themes are the why of the short story. Like why short story has been written, why the short story has been written by the writer, what actually the purpose behind writing this short story. And that's why short story writers, they do what? They basically pick the shortcomings and the faults and the follies of their society, and then they pen them down on the paper in the form of a short story with obviously an objective, and the objective is to bring reforms in the society. That's why the short story writers are also termed as the social reformers as well. So themes are the why of the short story, why the short story has been written. Themes could be universal, like the themes of the love and the hate and the friendship and the fraternity and the unity and brotherhood, and the themes could be specific to any particular culture or time as well. Then we have some of the advanced elements of the short story as well. You will definitely find these advanced elements in the modern short stories. The first one is the POV, which stands for point of view, under which point of view the short story has been written. These point of views are like the first person point of view. Generally you will find in the short stories the pronouns like I, my, me, we, our, us. Like the short story under discussion, which we will discuss in our next lecture, chapter number 4, is written from the first person's point of view. Then we have the second person's point of view, which is quite unique for the short stories. Generally short stories are not written in the second person's point of view. And the last one is the third person's point of view, like the pronouns he, she, it, and they, their, them are generally used in the short stories. In the third person, we have the limited third person's point of view and the omniscient third person's point of view. The basic difference between these two point of views is the omniscient means all knowing, that the narrator, he knows each and everything about all the characters of the short story, and he narrates each and everything to his readers as well, to the audience as well. In the limited third person's point of view, the narrator knows probably only the point of view or the mind of only one main leading character. We can call that character to be as the protagonist, and then all the rest of the things he leaves upon the audience, upon the readers to guess. Okay, so the point of view is under which point of view, first, second, or third person, the short story has been written. And the last important advanced element is the tone. Under which tone has the short story been written? Like you might have heard some in the real life people saying mind your tone. So it's quite easy to assess the tone when you are involved in the real life, talking and gossiping and conversing with the people. Sorry, but in the written text, how the readers are going to judge the tone? Obviously through the use of the words, through the use of the structures, through the use of the sentences, through the use of the diction, the readers are going to judge whether the tone is happy or sad. So in our next lecture, inshallah, we will try to read the short story, chapter number 4, butterflies, and we will try to apply all these basic elements and find all these basic elements in that short story as well. So till next lecture, Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.